All right, looks like I raised pocket kings from hijack.
Okay.
Get a flatter from the small blind, which means he's probably a fish, but he's got a fat stack, almost
Right.
250 big blinds. And so no diamond out of me. And I go 1/3. Any thoughts on the flop?
No, that seems reasonable.
Are you calling a raise, a check raise?
Absolutely.
Yeah, same. He's really representing only deuces and fours with his value.
Yep.
Okay. He did not check raise.
Okay.
Okay. Checks to me on the turn. You betting here?
Yes.
What sizing?
Good question. I think for absolutely a large sizing. I mean, like, I think 3/4 is no problem. You could do that. I think you are entitled to bet more as well. I mean, if this guy's a fish, all bets are off on trying to figure out what his cold calling range in the small blind looks like. But like, I mean, if it was somewhat reasonable, there would be a lot of like,
Queen in it, right? Queen jack?
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, there'd be plenty of hands like Queen Jack.
Queen 10?
There, a lot of them would be suited as well, right? You wouldn't think he wouldn't be calling with a ton of offsuit hands. Queen 10's
Yep.
for sure in there. But most of the hands are suited, which means that like he's going to pick up a flush draw a lot here.
Yeah.
If he didn't already have one.
Agreed. I go for pot.
I think that's fine.
I think if I overbet, I'm going to be overbetting 2 pairs and sets. So Queen 10 and pocket queens. Pocket 10.
I mean, one of the reasons too would be like, I mean, for taking a large bet, he's going to be somewhat insensitive to sizing with all of his flush draws.
Yeah.
I think he's going to call a lot of them, and you're going to take a fair number of bad cards on river where you might need to check back.
Yep. Which is, again, big bet size. I think we get this spot up into this spot sort of a lot, even in live poker, where a fish is just calling from the blinds, and then they do this sort of, I mean, it seems like a random check raise, but and then you don't have like blockers to the flush draw.
Yeah.
So this is why I kind of like this spot, is just because it comes up often. You know, I think there's you could learn from this if you play poker a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, are we ever folding here?
No, you're not folding, but I'm actually wondering if this is a good spot to bet 3-bet all in.
Oh, yeah. His only value that's beating me is Queen 10, right?
I mean, you do see a lot of rec players wait to raise the turn with some of their thicker value hands. So, I mean, that is a thing, especially from recs. But
I mean, pocket fours on the flop. You don't think he's check raising flop?
like I said, I mean, he probably is a lot of the time. But like, I absolutely see plenty of rec players who want to see a safe card. They're like, they want to see no diamond on the turn first, and then they raise. So I do think that's a thing from some recs. But you're right that, I mean, most of the thick value gets raised on the flop. So because of the overwhelming presence of draws that opponent or the villain just might not fold after making this move, the bet 3-bet all in could be pretty good here, and even if you are up against Queen 10, like, you're not dead.
Yeah, that's true. I really do like 3-bet all
in
in.
the sense that, right, you can counterfeit.
I do like his 3-bet all in. Let's go to river. Part of why I like 3-bet all in is because of this right here. You know, now that he checks, like, this is pretty much a misdraw, right? I mean,
That's the way it feels. Absolutely.
I don't bet here, and it's perfectly misdraw. I love the 3-bet all in. I mean, I try not to be results oriented, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He's floating ace 8 on that flop. Look at that flop, dude. What is he doing? Isn't that a pure fold? That's a pure fold. If that, let's just say the configuration was like maybe he's in the big blind, which is kind of like an okay pure call, I guess, or
I,
call.
I,
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure he's supposed to fold.
Okay. All right.
To a flop 1/3, he's got a backdoor nut flush draw, and he's
High
got
card.
2 overs to the 4, and you've got plenty of
Yeah. I actually
air
might
in
like
the
it
spot.
better as a check raise, to be honest. There's so much junk that I'm there's just so much junk I'm 1/3ing with, even out of the hijack.
Yeah.
I don't hate the check raise is what I'm saying as a bluff.
Yeah. It could be okay. But you also give him a nice price to continue, so he can.
Yeah.
I think it's fine for him to call. I think the raise on the turn is probably not great from him, but
Agreed. Yeah, should probably get it in turn.
especially if look what he does, right? He's raising turn and then like not. Well, I guess he does river some showdown value. So
He is ace-8.
I wonder if he bluffs like on a 7 of clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do one more hand since that one was kind of standard and pretty quick. But I think that's a hand that like a lot of people playing poker would like learn from, you know.
I think I've been thinking a lot more recently about this bet 3-bet thing, which a lot of players have gotten away from it. They just think, especially in position, you should just call these raises. But like on a board like that, which is so wet, and especially after a player raises a hand like the one he has, I'm just not sure he folds.
Yeah.
And
He wants to get it in. He has enough flush draw. He wants to get it in.
right,
Certain player profiles at least do.
yeah. So I think the jam is probably pretty good.
Okay. Let's play. Let's do one more. We'll do one more and then yeah. All right. So I raise the cutoff and I get 3-bet from the big blind. How often are you continuing here?
With your exact hand or just in general?
Exact hand. Should I do a queen king off?
I think this is a pure continue from cutoff or button. I don't mind pitching it in a like if you're raising under the gun and see this. Although like so, here's a spot. Here's a spot that I think is fairly different online versus live.
Yes.
I think
is true.
live, and the reason it's different is because I think big blind's range for 3-betting is very narrow in live poker. I think in live poker, people just call the big blind a lot.
I'm glad you said that. I picked that up on that over the past couple of years of playing live.
However, I think in online poker, people find a more reasonable and better 3-bet strategy out of the big, which is not going to be nearly as nutted as it would be in live poker. So like in live poker, like you should be fucking scared when this happens.
Yes. Because they justify. I have a price. I have a good price to call my 7-8 of diamonds instead of raising. You know.
Right.
Even pros do that. Even live regs. I just wanted to show you from GTO Wizard. Big blind uses these weird sizes. Big sizes, I meant. So small blind uses a big size, and big blind uses even bigger size against 2.3. King queen off is a pure fold against that size. Now he's not. I just wanted to show you this. King queen suited, pure call. So, just so you know.
This is your configuration cutoff versus big,
Yep.
and it folds king queen off to the big size.
But this likes to use 13.5 big blinds. He's using 9.4, which is sort of why I justified it. I probably RNG'd this actually.
Yeah, so
Ace 9 mixing. Look at that.
I think it's reasonable to discuss why. So, why do you think that big blind is supposed to use 13?
First off, I just want to show you. This is against small blind. It actually mixes 3-bet at a low frequency.
You mean 4-bet?
4-bet, yeah.
I think the reason is because the small blind 3-bet is supposed to be more linear, and the big blind 3-bet more polar.
Yeah, you're right.
So if I'm three betting a more linear range, then I'm not using a gigantic sizing as much, right? Because I just have a lot of. I mean, my hands are good, but they're not nuts or air kind of hands, right?
Yep.
But when I have nuts or air kind of range for raising, then I'm polarizing, right, with the larger sizing.
I just want to show you that it's less polar than I thought, though, because I've actually gone over this with a group of poker players online too, with the rake. It's less polarizing than you would think. So this is small blind raising range.
Small blind, okay, yep.
Wait, we'll go back to that. Small blind. Small blind. This is its raising range. Very linear, classic.
Yeah, that's pretty
You know.
freaking linear as far as.
Yeah. Big blind is this.
Yeah,
So-
look, he's got these offsuit aces in there.
Yeah, right here. Yeah. So
And
hold
he's
on,
got-
move your-
He's got these suited hands like Queen Deuce and Jack
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, it's still at low frequency. So you're saying, yeah, the difference between small blind and the big blind is just going to be this polarization, which is these hands over here.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the flop. I
Okay.
called. All right.
Decent flop for you.
Yeah. He bets pretty small. I mean, is there much to say here?
I don't think so. I feel like this is just a pure call.
Yeah. What if you have pocket eights? I know solver will raise eights and sixes. I just can't see any human ever doing that.
Right, so this is similar to our discussion. Yeah, it's similar to discussion in the previous hand where like 3-bet pot in position. I'm just going to be primarily continuing through a call.
All right, let's go to the turn. What is the sizing?
Oh, that's interesting.
So the new pot would be $51. I got 88 back if I call,
Wow.
which would leave me 30 something into yeah, 80. What do you think? Backdoor flush draw. Fish wants to block that or protect against that.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I'm thinking.
And this card's not good for a lot of his range either.
Exactly. Don't I have 9-10? Way more?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he's flatting it at
100 almost.
a decent frequency, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Whereas you have it all the time. You have all the 10-9 suited.
Yep. What are you doing with my hand, with my combo? King of spades, queen of clubs.
I think you still have to call this.
I want to fold badly. Really badly. So what I've noticed when a
I'm pretty sure,
player
yeah.
when a player who's a fish, and I can't see the markings on this replayer, so I don't know if I marked him fish or not. If a fish is doing this, you like have to fold. I think, because he's not aware that the card is good for me. He's just thinking I have a good hand. I'm putting money in the
I have
pot.
aces or I have ace king. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to the river. I called it, obviously. Sizing again. How does he not jam? Because remember, I'm 65 effective.
Mm-hmm.
How does he not jam? I don't know. Another weird spot with these small bets.
Yeah.
What are you thinking here?
This might just be a spot where you have to call and lose.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm hoping you're not losing all the time. If I thought that was the case, I'd tell you to fold.
I think I'm losing
But
almost
right,
all the time.
you're getting 4-1 on a call.
So I got to be good one in every 20%, or I have to be good 20%
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah, are you?
I think you should be. I don't think I am. Was he a king jack? Nine pocket nines blocker pocket tens with a blocker. I mean, I don't like this at all. And I think this is like a where you can deviate from field. I guarantee if they have like aggregate, those betting or those training sites that have aggregate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I lose, dude. Of course he's got ace king.
Yeah.
This over here. Look at this. He could have got 40 more big blinds out of me. But I don't know what he's doing. He thinks he's losing the pocket aces. It's because he doesn't have the nuts or the second nuts, you know.
Right.
I don't know. I like fold on the turn.
Well, it's reasonable if you can never call a river. If you just think that, you can only actually call successfully if you improve, then, and a king might not actually be the card to improve on.
Yeah.
Then you're in trouble.
It's only the 3 queens left, honestly. Also, I guess this leads to a question that I have, that I've asked myself like throughout years of playing. Okay, if I'm calling the turn, and I know that I'm probably never calling the river. I mean, why even call the turn? Like.
Right, yeah, of course, that's bad.
I mean, I guess I'm not articulating this correctly because, like, yeah, queen's great for me, but, like, I don't know. Sometimes I guess a queen would be good. There's 3 outs, of course. It's just no point of calling the river or turn because then it's 3 into, like, 45 or whatever that math is. And, need better than 10 to 1. Guys,
I agree. I think I don't know.
How are you constructing if you're in his spot? Let's say it's me and you at the casino.
Yeah.
What would you do with ace king here? How would your sizing go? 1/3 here?
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than 4 3/4.
Then what are you betting here against the pro? If I'm sitting here, you're sitting here.
Probably check.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
because
think
I have 9-10. I would bet probably 1/3 here. Then you call.
Yeah.
And then you check calling.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I mean, you're checking though. You're not. You have no leads.
If turn goes check, if turn went check.
No, check 1/3 from me.
Yeah, I know, but in an alternate scenario where turn checks through, then I'm gonna bet the river for pretty good sizing.
Close to pot or just like maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. If it goes check 1/3, are you check raising?
No.
Okay. You are missing value from Queen King.
I know.
It's such a conundrum with GTO, honestly, because you are losing to his exact hand. You're losing EV to his exact hand, but not to his range, I guess.
Is this the hand you simmed?
No, I can't even remember which one I simmed. I could, I don't even know. It was actually the hand that I sent you the other day with Ace King when I overbet the turn when it was like an 8-8 board. So it wasn't this one.
Yeah, because I'm pretty interested in
You want me to sim this?
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in what big blind strategy is, especially on the turn.
I can do it through Wizard right now. But it's, they give you like their own set bet sizings and shit.
Okay. And maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just supposed to keep going. I think it's
I would have to use GTO plus.
close. I think this card could get checked. Yeah.
I would have to use
You can
GTO
do
plus
it later.
because remember King Queen folds here from all my sims or from that range. Remember King Queen off, not King suited. I mean, we could like use King Queen suited as a proxy, really quick. Let's just see. Checking pocket king. So ace. Ace king is mixing.
Are we on the flop?
We're on the turn.
And we're on villain strategy?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're looking at ace king as a mix. The red is check and the green is bet. Is that right?
Other way around. Green is check.
Red is bet.
Yeah. So it looks like the most. It's betting half pot.
Okay. So
And
I'm
then-
right. The check is in.
Yeah. When it bets, it's betting half or a little bit of 3/4.
Okay. So I'm right that this hand is pretty much in between and is going to take both lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's see what happens when he bets like this. What do he bet? Like 2/3 or like 3/4? My response is if I have king queen suited is the pure call.
It was a lot. Yeah, I feel like you played the hand in a way that would be solver approved. We just worried if that was actually good against a recreational.
Yep. Here's his river
so-
strategy.
When we're talking about your option to fold either turn or river, we're thinking exploitatively.
Yeah, exactly. It actually likes to mix here with ace king. Checking mostly, and then if it bets, it bets 1/3. I mean, half. Most of the time.
On turn.
Yes, this is turn. So let's just give it the 50% bet. King queen raises from me. Suited. Mainly raises.
Wow.
Well, we'll have king queen of spades, which is like I would think like yeah, that's a pretty good raise. And you have backdoor, you have the flush draw, but
That's a hand I'm just not raising in that in game.
so let's just say we call. Yeah, now it has him jamming ace king on the river.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
I must have clicked something wrong. Yeah.
River's fine. My only question was, what's his turn strat?
Yeah. What do you bet on the river? Small again? Yeah, he bet small on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn strat. Yeah.
He's mixing on the turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kev, that's pretty much it. Thanks for doing this. We will definitely do it again. I like this a lot. It's like fun for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was fun.